Hi everybody, this is Sherry, and I just wanted to show you the shower favors that we made, or that I made for my daughter-in-law and new grandson's baby shower that's coming up in another week. And she's decorating everything. Even the baby's room is being decorated with elephants, but the shower is also, we're following through with that theme and doing elephants. And I saw on Pinterest everybody using that curvy keepsake box from Stampin' Up. And of course, you know, I had placed an order and to pick up a few things, and I had not seen any of the stuff on Pinterest at that point. And I was like kicking myself because I was thinking, man, that would just be such a cute thing, because they had the elephant and they had giraffes and just really, really cute punch art pieces. And so I went, and they had, at Michael's, they had some of their Cricut cartridges on sale for $19.99. And I looked, and they had tags, bags, boxes, and more too. And on that one, they had a box that was very similar to the curvy keepsake box, except it had what looked like this. And my daughter's like, oh, that's just like a tuft of hair, Mom. And I was like, oh, that's a good idea. And so I cut this out as big as I could possibly cut it. I had to angle it sideways to make it as big as possible. And let me see. I can tell you how big, how wide it is. It is 3 inches wide by 3 by 2 is how wide it is. And then I took one of my circle framelits and some of my punches, and this is actually a question mark from one of the cartridges on my Gypsy. And I was like, it's a perfect elephant nose. And I took my scallop punch, which is from Stampin' Up, it's retired, and I just cut. What I did was I punched the paper, and then I cut it into the strip, which is about a little less than ½ an inch. And then I went and I punched the next strip and then cut it at ½ an inch. That way I didn't have to guesstimate how much it was going to take off. I just knew how much I needed to have left. So here's his little toes and his nose and his tuft of hair. And I was actually going to try to put a little tail, but I had a heck of a time trying to get the yarn through, and I was like, forget this. That part was not worth it. I was getting tired at that point. I inked all my pieces with Stampin' Up! Smoky Slate ink, with the exception of the cream. You can see the circle and the nose, and it really brought out the individual pieces, because it was looking a little bland when we first put it together. And the one we saw on Pinterest didn't have these little eyelids, but my daughter and I both decided it looked more like a baby and more cutesy if it had the eyelids. So we went back and punched out 1-inch circles with the gray that I have, and then cut them at about 3/4. And then I raised them up a little bit above the 1-inch circle so that the black would show. And then I used my jelly roll pen and put dots in its eyes and the little wrinkles on its trunk. And then if you open it up, which all you have to do to open it is just pull it and then bring it through the, let me get the elephant's head out of the way. But you have to kind of squish it and pull it like this, and then it goes right through this little hole right here. And there's candy inside for all of the party favor, for all the place settings, and I believe it fits 4 or 5 small, the little ones. There's not a lot of space inside. So it only holds like 4 or 5 pieces of the little bite-sized candies. But we're going to have all kinds of other snack foods, so I figured this would be, you know, that would be plenty. And again, we carried the elephant theme through, and I love the elephant. It's cute. But if you would see the giraffe, you would flip. So if you have, get on Pinterest and put in Curvy Keepsake Box by Stampin' Up, and all these different designs will pop up. They've used them as luminaries. They've used them, of course, as the elephant and the giraffe, which the giraffe is incredible. I loved it. And, but there were so many different ways, I mean, different things they made. It was just incredible. Some people and how their imagination works just amazes me, because I would have never thought to take, you know, that Curvy Keepsake Box, which one of the reasons I didn't order it when I first saw it was like, oh, I've got too many boxes, and that's just something I didn't really like. And then when I saw how they transformed them, I was in love. So if you don't have tags, bags, boxes, and more too, get in touch with your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you don't have a demonstrator, I will put Lisa, who is my demonstrator, her link below, and her name here on YouTube is CD Light, I is Tubing. And I'll put her link below. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you are going to want to get that Curvy Keepsake Box, because the amount of things that people came up with to do with it, that turned it into a train. I mean, oh, just so many ideas. I can't even think of them all right now. But they were amazing, and the way you can use them for birthday parties or baby showers or even wedding favors. One cut a window out in the front. Well, it would be like cutting it out here, and it was just, and then they filled it up with really pretty stuff, and they would look beautiful sitting on wedding tables. So I mean, there were just so many possibilities. But this is for Azrael's baby shower and my daughter-in-law Marquette, and they're going to be sitting at the place settings for everyone to have. So I hope you guys like it. Again, once I started this with the punch art, and even though I used my Cricut for this part and this part, the rest of this was punched with my punches. I am loving it. It's just, it makes your mind see things in a different way. And when you can take and mix your dies and your punches, so many more possibilities open up as to what you can make in bigger things. You know, it's not just now little tiny things. I mean, you can make something that's about 4 inches tall, you know, when you start using your Cricut or your dies. So, you know, give that a thought. You know, look at your dies in a different way. And especially if you are like me, a lot of my dies are boxes of sorts, because I love to give, you know, I'd love to give more, but I can only afford to do little gifts at, you know, at a time. And so a lot of my stuff, a lot of my dies are the Sizzix different kinds of boxes and shapes. So, you know, look at your stuff differently and say, well, gee, that's round. What else do I know that's round? Or that's oval. What else do I know that's oval? Oh, a football. You know, do stuff like that. And you know, you can make so much if you just, you know, kind of look at things outside of the box. So I hope you like this. And again, I'll put Lisa's link below if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, because if you don't have the tags, bags, boxes, and more, which this was a pain in the butt to try to ink and then try to get through, I think theirs would be easier because it's one solid, you know, handle piece. But, you know, so, but if you have this, you know, by all means, use what you have. So I hope you guys like it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Thanks for visiting me today, guys, and happy crafting. Bye.